Love and attraction don't always come with loud declarations or obvious actions. In fact, some of the strongest feelings are shown in the smallest, quietest ways. A man may never openly say, "I like you," especially if he's shy, cautious, or unsure of how you feel in return. Instead, his emotions slip out through subtle behaviors, things he may not even realize he's doing. These silent signs are like puzzle pieces, and when you notice them together, they reveal a bigger picture of his true feelings. Think about it. Words can be rehearsed, but actions are often instinctive. A man who secretly likes you won't always craft the perfect line to express it. Instead, his body language, his habits, and the way he reacts around you will quietly betray what's in his heart. Maybe it's the way his eyes stay on you longer than anyone else, or the way he goes out of his way to be near you even without needing a reason. Maybe it's the nervous laugh, the small touches, or the subtle compliments he slips into conversation. These aren't accidents. They are reflections of his feelings breaking through the surface. The truth is, men often struggle to verbalize their emotions directly. Society teaches them to act strong and composed, but when feelings get involved, cracks appear in that armor. That's when the silent signs become the real indicators. A smile that lingers too long, a conversation that never seems to end, or a memory he recalls from something you mentioned weeks ago. These are all his unspoken ways of saying, "You matter to me more than you realize." What makes these signs so fascinating is their honesty. Unlike words, which can sometimes be exaggerated or misleading, silent signs come from genuine impulses. He doesn't plan to mirror your movements, laugh at every joke, or notice every detail about you. It simply happens because he's drawn to you. His behavior starts to change naturally, without conscious effort, and that is where the truth lies. In this guide, we're going to explore 15 silent signs that a man secretly likes you more than a friend. Each sign may appear small on its own, but together they build a clear story of attraction, care, and growing affection. From the way he prioritizes your comfort to how he smiles more when you're around, these subtle gestures reveal far more than words ever could. So if you've ever wondered whether his feelings go beyond friendship, pay close attention not just to what he says, but to what he does when he thinks no one is noticing. Because sometimes love doesn't shout, it whispers. And if you learn to listen to these whispers, you may discover the truth hidden in plain sight. He secretly likes you, and he's been showing it all along. He maintains long eye contact. When a man truly likes you, his eyes often give it away, before his words ever do. Eye contact becomes more than just a casual glance. It turns into a silent connection, one that lingers longer than usual. Unlike the fleeting looks we share with strangers or acquaintances, this kind of eye contact carries an intensity, as if he is trying to communicate feelings he can't yet say aloud. It's subtle but powerful, creating an invisible bond that makes you feel noticed and valued. The gaze isn't rushed or awkward. It feels natural, almost magnetic, as though his eyes keep finding their way back to you even in a crowded room. There is something deeply vulnerable about holding someone's gaze. It reveals interest, sincerity, and often attraction. When he maintains eye contact, it's not just because he wants to look at you, it's because he wants to be present with you in that very moment. He's silently showing that he's focused on you, not distracted by everything else happening around. It's his way of telling you that you are the center of his attention, even without saying a word. Sometimes you might catch him watching you when he thinks you're not paying attention, and when your eyes meet, instead of looking away immediately, he stays connected, letting the moment last just a little longer. This silent sign often builds comfort and chemistry. It creates a warmth that words cannot capture, a sense of closeness that doesn't need to be explained. His eyes may soften, his expression may change ever so slightly, but the message is clear. He's drawn to you. While some people might look away quickly out of shyness, maintaining long eye contact is his unspoken way of showing both admiration and desire. It's a quiet but undeniable signal that his feelings run deeper than friendship. He finds excuses to be near you. When a man secretly likes you, he will naturally look for ways to shorten the distance between you and him. It doesn't always appear obvious, because he won't necessarily come right out and say, "I want to be close to you." Instead, it shows up in the little choices he makes. He might suddenly show up where you are, volunteer to help with something, or casually drift into your space during group settings. These moments often seem coincidental, but deep down, he is intentionally creating opportunities to be around. It's less about what he does and more about why he does it. If you notice him joining conversations that don't really need his input, or offering to run errands with you when he doesn't have to, it's his way of making sure he gets more time with you. He may take the longer route just to walk by your side or choose a seat near you even when other options are available. These actions speak quietly but clearly, signaling that your presence matters to him more than convenience. What makes this sign so telling is the consistency. A one-time gesture could mean nothing, but when he repeatedly finds excuses to be close, whether it's grabbing a coffee at the same time, showing up at events you attend, or staying back to talk when everyone else has left, it reveals that his interest is not random. It's deliberate, even if he tries to play it off as casual. Being near you gives him a sense of comfort and closeness, even if he's not ready to confess his feelings out loud. It's his way of staying connected, testing boundaries, and silently saying he enjoys your company more than anyone else's. These small, almost invisible choices become a quiet pattern of affection, showing that being close to you is exactly where he wants to be. He mirrors your movements. When a man truly likes you, his body language often speaks louder than anything he could say, and one of the clearest silent signs is when he unconsciously mirrors your movements. This isn't something he plans or thinks about. It happens naturally because he feels a deep sense of connection with you. Human beings tend to mimic the actions of those they admire or feel drawn to, and in the case of attraction, it's a subtle way of building rapport and harmony. You might notice that when you cross your legs, he does the same shortly after. If you lean in while talking, he leans in too, closing the gap without even realizing it. When you smile, he smiles back instantly, almost as if his emotions are synced with yours. These small imitations may seem insignificant on the surface, but they reveal his subconscious effort to be in tune with you. It's as though his body is saying, "I'm aligned with you. I feel comfortable in your presence." This kind of mirroring creates a sense of closeness and trust, even without a single word spoken. It shows that he is not only paying attention to you, but also deeply affected by your presence. Unlike rehearsed compliments or deliberate attempts to impress, mirroring can't easily be faked. It's a natural reflection of genuine interest. Over time, this silent synchronization makes interactions feel smoother and more intimate. You feel understood without explanation, because he is unknowingly matching your rhythm. Whether it's sipping a drink when you do, adjusting his posture like yours, or even walking in step beside you, these small actions carry a powerful message. They reveal that he doesn't just like you. He's connected to you on a deeper level, and his body language is quietly proving it every time. He remembers small details about you. One of the most revealing signs that a man really likes you is the way he pays attention to the little things you say and do. When someone is genuinely interested, they don't just listen casually. They store away small details that others might overlook. It could be as simple as remembering your favorite snack, the book you mentioned once in passing, or the way you like your coffee. These details might seem minor, but the fact that he recalls them later shows that he is not only listening, but also making an effort to hold on to pieces of you in his mind. This kind of attention goes beyond politeness. Most people forget trivial information because it doesn't matter to them, but when he remembers your birthday without a reminder, recalls your childhood pet's name, or brings up a dream you shared weeks ago, it's because those details matter to him. They become important simply because they are connected to you. His memory becomes selective, prioritizing things that bring him closer to understanding who you are. It's not about grand gestures. It's about the quiet recognition of your uniqueness. He may surprise you by referencing something you thought he had long forgotten, making you feel seen and valued in a way that's rare. This kind of attentiveness shows care, effort, and emotional investment. Remembering small details is his way of showing you that you're not just another person in his day. You stand out. It proves that he is tuned in, absorbing the essence of your personality, and cherishing the little fragments of your life. In a world where most people are too distracted to notice, his ability to remember the smallest things becomes a powerful, silent confession of his feelings for you. 5. He gets nervous around you. When a man secretly likes you, his calm and composed self can suddenly shift the moment you're around. Nervousness is one of those silent signs that he may struggle to control, no matter how hard he tries to appear confident. You might notice the subtle changes, his hands fidgeting, his voice slightly trembling, or his words stumbling as if his brain and mouth are not working in sync. It's not because he lacks confidence overall, but because your presence makes him feel a rush of emotions he isn't sure how to manage. This nervous energy often shows up in small, almost unnoticeable ways. He may avoid holding your gaze for too long, then immediately try to overcorrect by staring too intently. His laugh might sound a little forced, or he could start adjusting his clothes, fixing his hair, or shifting his posture more than usual. These behaviors are his subconscious way of trying to look his best, while also dealing with the excitement and anxiety of being near you. What makes this sign so telling is that nervousness usually happens when something matters deeply. Around casual friends or strangers, he has no reason to worry about how he's perceived. But with you, every word and every gesture feels significant, so he becomes hyper-aware of himself. This pressure can make him appear clumsy or awkward at times, but underneath it all is a simple truth. He cares about how you see him. His nervousness is not a weakness. It's a quiet confession that your presence affects him more than anyone else's. It shows that he values your opinion, wants to leave a good impression, and is emotionally invested in how you respond to him. In the silence of his unease lies one of the most genuine signs of attraction. He subtly compliments you when a man really likes you. His compliments often come wrapped in subtlety rather than bold declarations. Instead of showering you with obvious flattery, he'll slip in small, meaningful remarks that show he notices things others might overlook. It could be the way he mentions that a certain color looks great on you, or how he points out that your laugh brightens up the room. These compliments are rarely exaggerated. They feel natural, quiet, and genuine, as if he can't help but acknowledge the things he finds special about you. The subtlety matters because it shows intention. He isn't trying to overwhelm you or make you uncomfortable with constant praise. Instead, he carefully chooses moments where his words will land softly, but still make an impact. You might hear him say things like, "That style suits you," or "You always know how to make people smile." These small remarks reveal that he's paying close attention, not just to your appearance, but also to your personality, mood, and energy. Often these compliments appear unexpectedly, almost like little slips of honesty. He may try to play them off casually, but the sincerity in his tone betrays his feelings. Unlike shallow comments meant to impress, subtle compliments carry depth. They show that he values the little things about you, the ones others may not even notice. What makes this sign so powerful is the way it leaves you feeling seen without being overwhelmed. His compliments are not for show, they're for you. They are quiet expressions of admiration that hint at his true emotions, revealing that he doesn't just like you on the surface. He appreciates the details that make you who you are. He leans in when talking, when a man is genuinely interested in you. One of the clearest silent signals he gives is the way his body leans toward you during conversation. This physical closeness is more than just about hearing you better. It's his subconscious way of showing connection, focus, and desire to be nearer. Leaning in reduces the distance between you and creates a private space, almost like he is inviting you into a world where only the two of you exist, even if you're surrounded by others. The act itself is subtle, but it communicates volumes. By leaning closer, he's telling you that what you're saying matters to him, that he doesn't want to miss a single word. It's not just his ears paying attention, his entire body language is oriented toward you. His shoulders may angle your way, his torso may shift in alignment with yours, and his face may hover just a little closer than normal, all signaling that his attention belongs fully to you. This closeness often happens naturally, without him even realizing it. Attraction tends to draw people in physically, making them unconsciously seek proximity. If you notice that he leans forward every time you speak, while he sits back when others do, It's a strong indication that you hold a unique place in his focus. What makes this gesture so meaningful is that it combines attentiveness with vulnerability. By leaning in, he's giving away his interest, showing that he values your presence and wants to connect on a deeper level. It's a quiet form of intimacy that doesn't rely on words but still communicates the truth of his feelings. Without saying a single thing, his body is telling you, "I want to be close to you." He laughs at your jokes, even the bad ones. One of the clearest silent signs that a man likes you is the way he reacts to your humor. Even if your joke is clumsy, awkward, or not really funny, he'll still laugh, sometimes more than he should. This isn't because he's pretending to enjoy every word you say, but because your presence itself makes him happy, and laughter becomes his natural response. When someone is attracted to you, they often find you charming in ways that go beyond logic, and even your bad jokes suddenly become entertaining. His laughter is more than just politeness. It's a reflection of how much he enjoys being around you. You might notice that his smile lingers longer, or that he laughs a little louder when you're the one talking compared to others. Sometimes, he may laugh before the punchline even lands, simply because he's so focused on you rather than the joke itself. This automatic response shows that it's not about the humor, it's about you. What makes this sign powerful is that laughter builds comfort and intimacy. By laughing with you, even at small or silly things, he's showing that he wants to connect and share joy with you. It's also his way of putting you at ease, reassuring you that he appreciates your personality exactly as it is. Even if others don't find your joke funny, his reaction tells you that he values your presence more than perfect timing or clever words. At its core, laughter is bonding. When he laughs at your jokes, good or bad, it's his way of silently saying, "I like being with you. You make me feel good." It's not just the humor he's responding to, it's the connection he feels whenever you speak. 9. He notices changes in your appearance. When a man truly likes you, he pays attention to the little details others might easily miss, especially when it comes to your appearance. Even the smallest change, like a new hairstyle, a different shade of lipstick, or a fresh outfit, doesn't go unnoticed by him. He might not always comment directly, but you'll see the recognition in his eyes, in the way he looks at you a moment longer, or in how his smile shifts when he realizes something is different. This level of attentiveness isn't accidental. Most people overlook subtle changes because they're not paying that much attention. But when a man has feelings for you, he notices instinctively because he's already tuned into you. His focus lingers on the details, maybe the way you've accessorized, the effort you've put into your look, or even something as simple as how your mood seems reflected in your style. These observations reveal that you matter enough for him to study and remember how you normally appear, making even the slightest difference stand out. Noticing changes in your appearance is also his way of silently showing appreciation. Sometimes, he might casually mention, "Did you do something new with your hair?" Or, "That color looks great on you." But even when he doesn't say it aloud, the attention is there. It's in the way his gaze softens, how his expression brightens, or how he seems momentarily caught off guard in a good way. At its heart, this sign shows that he values you enough to be fully aware of your presence. He's not distracted when you walk into the room. He's engaged, attentive, and quietly admiring you. By noticing the changes others may miss, he's showing that his interest goes deeper than surface-level attraction. It's rooted in genuine care and constant awareness of you. 10. He gives you undivided attention. When a man really likes you, one of the strongest silent signs is the way he focuses entirely on you when you're together. In a world full of distractions, phones buzzing, conversations overlapping, and responsibilities pulling attention away, his choice to give you his complete presence speaks volumes. He listens intently, responds thoughtfully, and makes you feel like you're the only person in the room, even when others are around. This kind of attention isn't just about politeness, it's about genuine interest. He isn't half listening while scrolling through his phone or glancing around the room. Instead, his eyes stay on you, his body leans your way, and his reactions match the energy of what you're saying. Whether you're talking about something important or just sharing a small story from your day, he shows that your words carry weight for him. His focus becomes a silent way of saying, "You matter to me." You may also notice how he remembers things you've told him, asks follow-up questions, or checks in on details later. These aren't random acts, they're the result of him truly paying attention in the moment. Unlike someone who only listens enough to respond, he listens to understand, because he cares about the person behind the words. What makes this sign so powerful is how rare it is. Most people's attention drifts quickly, but his stays anchored to you. That deliberate focus creates a sense of intimacy and safety, making you feel valued and respected. In his silence, he communicates what words often can't. You are important enough for him to give his time, his energy, and his undivided attention. He initiates small touches. When a man secretly likes you, one of the quietest yet most telling signs is the way he initiates small, almost casual touches. These aren't grand gestures meant to be obvious or overwhelming. Instead, they're subtle, gentle, and often disguised as natural movements. It might be a light touch on your arm when he's making a point, brushing against your hand when you walk side by side, or placing his hand lightly on your back as you move through a doorway. Each touch is small, but together they create a language of closeness that words can't fully capture. These touches often happen instinctively because physical closeness is one of the strongest ways people express affection. He may not even realize how often he reaches out, but his body naturally seeks connection with yours. It's not about pushing boundaries, it's about finding ways to feel just a little closer, to bridge the physical gap between you without making it uncomfortable. What makes these touches meaningful is the softness behind them. They are never forced or aggressive, but timed in ways that feel safe and natural. When he taps your shoulder to get your attention, playfully nudges you during a laugh, or steadies you with his hand while walking, he's not just being polite, he's creating a moment of connection that lingers longer than it should. These subtle touches are his way of testing comfort and building intimacy. If you respond positively, it reassures him that you feel the same ease and warmth. If you don't, he's likely to pull back respectfully, which shows that the touches come from affection, not entitlement. At the core, these small gestures are silent confessions of attraction. They reveal his desire to be closer, to feel connected, and to show you, without speaking, that being near you feels natural, comforting, and right. He tries to impress you quietly. When a man really likes you, his efforts to impress don't always come in loud or obvious ways. Instead, he often chooses subtle gestures that reveal his interest without drawing too much attention. These quiet attempts to impress are less about showing off to the world and more about catching your notice. He might casually share something he accomplished, demonstrate a skill without overdoing it, or go out of his way to be helpful in small but meaningful ways. It's his way of saying, "I want you to see the best parts of me," without making it feel forced. You might notice that he suddenly becomes a little more attentive to how he looks when he knows he'll see you. Maybe he straightens his posture, adjusts his shirt, or makes sure he smells good. He could also slip in small achievements during conversation, like mentioning something he fixed, created, or succeeded at, but in a way that feels natural instead of boastful. These moments aren't about arrogance. They're about wanting your admiration. Another quiet way he tries to impress you is through action. He might volunteer to carry something heavy, step in to solve a problem, or subtly take care of things so you don't have to. These efforts are not exaggerated, but they stand out because they're directed at making your life easier or showing you that he's capable and dependable. What makes these gestures special is that they aren't meant for everyone's eyes, just yours. He isn't putting on a performance for the crowd. He's focusing on you. His quiet attempts reveal that he values your opinion above others and wants you to see him in the best light. Without saying it directly, his actions speak clearly. Your approval matters to him more than anything else. He lingers in conversations. When a man truly likes you, one of the clearest silent signs is the way he never seems in a hurry to end a conversation with you. Even when the topic has already wrapped up, he'll find small ways to keep the dialogue going, adding little comments, asking one more question, or circling back to something you said earlier just to keep you engaged. It's not about the words themselves. It's about stretching the time he gets to spend with you, even if only through conversation. This lingering shows that your presence matters to him. With others, he might keep things short and to the point, but with you, he allows pauses, smiles, and moments of silence to naturally fill the space because he's not rushing away. He might talk about small, everyday details that don't seem important, but they give him a reason to stay connected. Even a casual goodbye might turn into a longer exchange, as if he doesn't want the interaction to end just yet. These conversations often carry a different energy. His tone softens, his body language stays open, and his attention doesn't drift elsewhere. He listens carefully, responds thoughtfully, and reacts with genuine interest, showing that the exchange isn't just polite, it's meaningful to him. Even if the setting is busy or time is short, he'll make small efforts to extend the interaction, like asking how your day went, sharing a funny thought, or simply holding eye contact a little longer while talking. At its core, lingering in. Conversation is his way of savoring the moment. It's not about needing something specific from you. It's about enjoying the connection itself. By keeping the exchange alive, even in small ways, he's silently admitting that being in your company feels good, and he doesn't want that feeling to end too quickly. He prioritizes your comfort. When a man truly likes you, one of the strongest silent signs is the way he places your comfort above his own. This doesn't always show in dramatic gestures. It often appears in the small, thoughtful things he does to make sure you feel safe, at ease, and cared for. He pays attention to your needs, sometimes even before you voice them, because your well-being matters to him deeply. You might notice it in the way he adjusts his pace while walking so you don't feel rushed, or how he offers his jacket if you're cold without thinking twice. If you're in a noisy or uncomfortable setting, he might shift things around to make it easier for you to relax, like choosing a quieter spot or giving up his seat so you have the better one. These little actions show that he's tuned into your comfort in ways that go beyond politeness. Even in conversations, he's careful to respect your feelings. He may soften his tone when he senses you're upset, or change the subject when he realizes something makes you uneasy. His priority becomes making sure you feel understood and valued rather than just heard. In group settings, he might subtly check on you with a glance or a small question, making sure you're okay without drawing unnecessary attention. What makes this sign so powerful is that it reveals selflessness. When a man prioritizes your comfort, it's not about convenience or obligation, it's about genuine care. He wants you to feel secure in his presence, to know that he's someone you can rely on when things feel difficult or uncertain. Without saying the words directly, his actions communicate the message clearly. Your happiness matters to me more than my own convenience. He smiles more when you're around. One of the simplest yet most telling silent signs that a man likes you is the way his face lights up whenever you're near. Smiles can be polite or casual in everyday life, but the kind he shows around you is different. It's warmer, more genuine, and often hard for him to hide. Even if he's having a tough day, your presence seems to lift his mood instantly, and his smile becomes a natural reaction, almost like he can't help but feel better just by being with you. These smiles are not forced or out of habit. They carry emotion. You might notice how his expression softens when you enter the room, how his eyes brighten with that smile, or how he grins at little things you say even if they aren't particularly funny. It's his body's unspoken way of revealing joy, attraction, and comfort, all rolled into one. Unlike polite smiles given to strangers, the ones he shares with you linger longer and appear more often, almost as if they're reserved, especially for you.